Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's that time. It's tarot time with Cindy. I'm doing a collective reading. I've already pulled out some oracle cards to get started. We're working with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun and the Key deck. Okay, I feel like there's somebody who is going to try to come up with a way to apologize to you. I don't know what it's about. I'm only getting started, right? I'm only just started to get going with just a couple of cards. You have the versatility card, which is Sun and Gemini, and then you have the remorse card. The thing that I find really interesting about this is that this versatility card can also speak about something being done that has to do with the media, like actually using the media. It could have something to do with the media. It could have something to do with siblings as well. So I don't know if there's somebody coming up too with an unusual way to say sorry. I don't know, right? Like, is someone coming up with an unusual way to say sorry? And this is the underline. The underline is Venus in Libra, indecision, and then she who flies, dare do reach. The underline feels to me like a backstory here of someone who is really determined to have some type of justice occur, or to fulfill some type of justice. Somebody who is really willing to put themselves out there for justice. Now, I don't know if this is a person who is going to be trying to apologize. Maybe this is even something that you want to apologize for. I'm not sure. But I kind of get this feeling here that you may have tried to create or develop in some way here justice. Again, we're going to do tarot together. I don't know what it's about. It could be about a relationship. It could be about somebody or maybe you even not being able to come to a decision and saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to really come to a decision this time and I'm going to do this. Like it could be the fact maybe somebody was not coming to a decision and that was showing up as a real big block in your life in some way here. But that's like what I see as in the past. So right now, this is an energy of someone trying in an unusual way through possibly an unusual medium of some sort. Like, I don't know. It could be a newspaper. It could be a blog. It's through the media. That's what I found really intriguing. Like a forgiveness. So I don't even know, like, if this is something like bigger, like, because I say I'm reading for the collective as I start this reading. Is it like someone sort of famous or something like that who is trying to come up with a unique way to apologize or show some type of remorse? So let's take a look-see with the tarot. The versatility card. Could be somebody who's a Gemini. Oh, man. The Ten of Swords. Oh, somebody done you bad. Somebody done you really bad here. And they feel guilty. Somebody went behind your back and did something. Somebody did something behind your back that ended up having a really negative consequence for you. Holy crap, the Nine of Swords. These are all Gemini cards. The King of Cups, and there we have Scorpio. And the Ten of Wands. This is weighing on someone. This is really weighing on someone. This is affecting, okay. When I say, oh, somebody here may not be getting any sleep over whatever this is. It's kind of like they're carrying an emotional burden over this. She who forgives. Wow, the Fool, fresh start. Like, yep, there you go, fresh start. The Fool, the Tower, Temperance, and the Ace of Wands. Man. Okay. If somebody has done you wrong here, I'm going to talk this way too for a second. If something or someone did something wrong to you, and they did it, they may have even affected, I think it talks about versatility too, also talks about more than one way to do a job, or maybe even having more than one job here. It's kind of funny, right? Because this person's in a suit with a briefcase. So, like, that is somebody who's dressed up in work attire. And I don't know, somebody could have done something that affected your career, done something that affected your work. It's a very painful ending. There's a lot of anxiety around this. There's a lot of stress. And this just feel like carrying a really emotional weight here. Like carrying an emotional weight that nobody knows that this person is carrying. So, okay, this could also be someone who wants to have a fresh start with you. If they've done something like this, I don't know what that means. Or if this person just wants to feel okay and be able to move on. So it's almost like some things just take time with this forgiveness card. That seems kind of shitty, doesn't it? Doesn't that seem kind of shitty? Like this, if there's someone here who wants to ask for forgiveness or is hoping that you will forgive them, it literally is like this, there's a catastrophe. Did somebody create a catastrophe in your life? And then it's like, just give it time. When the dust settles and everything feels better, and yeah, that'll be the right time. This will feel really good to do that. When they get back on their feet, they won't feel so bad. This is funny. This reminds me of, it's funny, this Gemini energy is here. I have a Gemini friend who's going through something sort of similar where someone has really backstabbed them at work and left them in just a terrible situation. And anyways, was supposed to be like a friend, but I don't know. This forgiveness energy doesn't feel particularly good. It's kind of like, well, if I give the collective enough time, they'll naturally forgive me, which feels like copping out, man. Like, it just feels like kind of copping out. It doesn't feel like trying to help someone that they may have hurt. They're not trying to help someone that they hurt here. They may even just want a fresh start. Maybe this is somebody you were supposed to build something with, and they just decided, no, I need a fresh start here for myself. I'm going in my own direction. What was this Ten of Swords? It's interesting because this person is covered in swords in their back, right? Like backstabbed. And look at how interesting this is. It's like actually sort of like moving a unique way of being able to walk forward with kind of limiting how anyone could stab you in the back. Right? Because their back is not exposed. So maybe you're like really cautious here about protecting your back. But what's this Ten of Swords? The Magician. There's a heavy Gemini energy here. The Queen of Wands. And the Knight of Cups. This could be something romantic too, man. There could be something romantic going on here. There could be a friend or somebody who moved in on a person that you were interested in, or there could be a conflict that has occurred with friends here. One friend has pitted another friend against you in some way. Man. The Nine of Swords. The Five of Swords. Oh, Lord. The Devil. Oh, my God. And the Emperor. This almost like feels like somebody who's, this may even have been like someone in a higher position than you, and they didn't have any choice here. I gotta tell you, somebody has done something to you that maybe in their eyes, or I don't know, maybe in some way here, that there was no other way around this, and that they needed to hurt you in some way, or they needed to do something that was going to hurt you. And I tell you though, this person carries a lot of emotional weight and feels responsible. Like this person really, but it's weird because the forgiveness is just kind of like, yeah, well, you know, over time things just feel better. They'll just feel better about it when enough time has gone by. I don't know. If you're dealing with someone with a Scorpio placement, I can tell you I don't think that's gonna work out that way. So let's see that King of Cups. Justice. The Nine of Pentacles. Wow, and the Three of Swords. I'm getting that over here, like some type of justice. Right? That indecision. Dare to reach some type of justice. Dare to do the right thing. It's almost like dare to do the right thing and get hurt or get burned. This is really coming across like maybe you were doing the right things, or maybe you were doing exactly what you were supposed to be doing. You were playing life sort of fair and square, and somebody was not. And this person was in some sort of position, or their position felt forced to do this. So when I say forced, like maybe it was work, and maybe it was a supervisor or a manager, or in some way like that. Now, others of you, like there's a possibility here that we're talking about, there could be something going on here between siblings as well. And somebody's made like an active choice here to take advantage of a situation where they could win something, but you would end up losing. And in losing, like it's a really big betrayal. The Ten of Wands. The Eight of Swords. The Five of Wands. And the Two of Pentacles. There is a conflict. I feel like there's some sort of conflict going on behind the scenes that you don't know about. There's people fighting or upset about something that has happened here. Okay, whoever's done this to you feels like they do feel like, I guess, like their conscience. They feel regret. That's a good way to describe that too, with the Nine of Swords and the King of Cups and the Ten of Wands. There's somebody here who feels a lot of regret, and they also feel really responsible for whatever has taken place. Now, there seems to be some type of a fight or argument, or at least, in the very least, some type of strife between a number of people in regards to this situation. So the Fool. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, everything will be better. Everything will be better. The Death card. And and the 10 of Cups. And we'll get along just great. The fuck? The Tower. The 3 of Cups. The Hanged Man. And the 2 of Swords. All right, I feel like, okay, so here's the thing. I don't know how you're going to take this one. But, okay, whoever did what they did to you here, they didn't actually think that that would be something that would hurt you, or it would hurt you as much as it did. And it's like only sort of after the fact, this person has found out through other people or through mutual friends possibly, and taken a different look here, taken a different perspective, and then they're kind of realizing, oh, I didn't actually understand that I had done that to the collective, or that the decision or the choice or the action that I took was as painful. You know, I thought they would get over it and it would be okay. So but this is really interesting, because then it just goes into Temperance. It's almost like this person, I feel like this person just is almost like throwing their hands in the air and saying, well, you know, things take time. The World. The 7 of Cups. And the Knight of Wands. Oh my God, who is this? I mean, okay, because this really feels like somebody here who, yeah, I know. It feels like somebody who's kind of like, you know why they're looking at this in terms of, yeah, time heals all wounds. The collective will get over this. It's because if this person was even going to apologize, the thing that they would apologize for was, I'm sorry that was so difficult for you to get over. They wouldn't apologize for anything that they did. They would be more like, well, I'm so sorry that, you know, you reacted in that way, or, you know, that's how things unfolded. There's no, yeah, it's kind of like there's no accountability. There's no accountability. This feels kind of shitty, no? So the Ace of Wands. The 8 of Wands. Oh, there they go. Right here. The 7 of Swords. Jeez. And the Chariot. Oh, yeah. Now, this person's going to try to get away with not saying anything. This person is not going to apologize. This person might even be trying to sneak away or avoid you purposely. Like, if it's a sibling, or I don't know, like in the case of a friend that I have dealing with a situation where somebody who's done this to them at work is also part of a large friend group. And so it was almost like this person, if that was like a situation, they would not show up to the friend group, or they would not be there at certain events that all of the friends might be getting together to do something together. So yeah, it's almost like a good idea here just to get out of the way. So it feels like with this reading, like it is, I don't know. I feel like this is somebody who, right? Like it's like the kind of person that can't apologize, or they never feel sorry for anything that they've done to someone. They would never feel real regret for anything that they've done to someone. If they were ever going to apologize, or they were in a situation where they sort of had to, or people expected them to, or forced to, I don't know if you can really force someone to apologize. Maybe you can in like a court of law or something like that, right? Like, they would literally say it. Like, actually, this reminds me, yeah, that's funny. This reminds me of something I went through when I was in college. It was something like really, rude and sexist and horrible that I had an instructor say wasn't directed to me, but it was directed towards women on like a field trip in a school bus, and I was the only in the course I was taking. I was the only woman in it, and like the bus was filled with probably about 30 to 40 like young men, and it was a really rude, derogatory comment about women. And it made me feel very uncomfortable in that situation, particularly the fact that the person who was leading the group was the one saying that, right? Like an adult man saying something like that. So I actually went right to the office and I talked to the dean and I said, like, like, what is this, like 1956? What the fuck? Well, I don't think that's how I said it. But anyways, so he was told that he had to apologize in front of the class, but he didn't. And that's what this person is, like, the way they say it, because he basically said, I'm very sorry that some of you in here are hypersensitive. And I'm sorry for that. Like, that's this. That's like that's this kind of energy that I'm looking at. It's like they don't do anything wrong. They don't recognize that there's something that they've done wrong here, and they can't see that in themselves that they could do something wrong. So if this person was going to apologize to you, it would be like that. Like, it really wouldn't be an apology. There would be, not that you want someone to eat humble pie. Maybe it feels like eating humble pie when you're in the process of making an apology. But to the person that you're apologizing to, it just, honestly, it makes that person just feel like myself. I'd be like, I feel like I can trust you a little bit, or I can feel safe in this situation. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, this is like a really shitty energy, because it's like, oh, I have an idea. I'm just going to get out of here. That's what that is. So the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. It could be. It could be somebody who has like a really strong intellect here. Like, that's the thing too, like a professor at a college, right? Like, I'm better than you. I know more than you. I'm here to teach you. Who are you to tell me that I've done something wrong? Like, it's almost like the table's being turned on someone who has a very high intellect or thinks very highly of themselves. Anyways, I would luckily, well, actually, no. Talked about that before. I've talked about it on my channel. Never been so pissed off at a group of my, peers. Yeah. Because when I got off the bus, there was so many of them saying, Cindy, that was horrible. He should not have said that. Like, supporting me. The minute they all found out that I went and that I reported that the professor, whatever the fuck he was, to the dean, I became the problem. Yep. Like, yep, I became the problem. I was like, really? Y'all act like my fucking friend. But the minute I stand up for myself and I say, I'm not going to put up with that, that's not right, and I'm going to fight it. I'm not going to be in a classroom full of that, and I'm not going to have derogatory comments made about my gender when I'm the only one there by someone who's supposed to lead it. And like, that was there. And I just thought, fuck all of you. I don't really have any friend here, because anyways, getting me all upset, taking me back like 25 years or whenever the fuck that was. I don't normally do it, but I'm gonna, for the extended, I'm gonna see what are the karmic energies that exist in this situation. Because it does really feel like something was really badly done to you here, and the person responsible for it is like, I'm just going to take off and get out of here. So I'm gonna look at that in the extent of what the karmic energies are for you in this situation and for this person. There's 2 options in the description below if you'd like to follow me to the extended. Thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.